All right. I was gonna come on earlier and I fell asleep and I woke up probably an hour ago. Um, so I came online. I was going to talk to you about a story. Here's the tea. Let me tell you a little about the backstory. So I met this person online a year ago, and this person was very in the beginning. This person was cool, and I only met this person twice, and that person became really clingy and needy and psycho crazy. And maybe a week ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're following me on social media here. I've blocked them on every single social media platform that I have. And what happened a week ago, we'll call this person Charlotte. Charlotte, I come home I went bowling that night. I came home and I have this message. Charlotte came here. Charlotte, I thought, was not going to contact me ever again since, I block you on Facebook, block you on whatever we spoke on. And I thought maybe you would get the point by then. If I'm not even speaking to you, you might as well give up. I'm ghosting you for a reason. All right. So, yeah. The last thing I know, the person texted me, and I'm like getting all these texts. I'm not even responding back to the person. And it's like, don't you get it? Do not contact me anymore. The last thing I know is what they said was, hi, I don't know what happened, but I do want to know. I think I deserve this much. All right. So if you want to know what happened, well, I wrote like a 3-page paper that why I don't speak to you. I wasn't going to contact you and actually let you know because you're freaking crazy. And I'll tell you why this person is crazy. So let me go back into my notes I wrote about this person named Pretend Charlotte. So I met Charlotte in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We went there to this club where they do salsa dancing. So Charlotte, on the first day, explained to someone that we were going to do a documentary on dancing. First of all, before you even actually let someone know, how about letting me know about the documentary? Like, how do you know I want to be a part of it? Isn't that insane? Like, seriously. How about letting me know? What if I don't want to be a part of it? You can't just give my services to someone without asking me first. That's insane. That's crazy. Day one of meeting this person. And on that subject, this person kept nonstop talking about ADHD and about Brazil, and continuously complained about how people you worked with didn't understand your behavior. And I didn't get it in the beginning, because in the beginning, I was like, oh, this person's a nice person. But after getting to know her for what was like 2 days and texts, a lot of texts, I understood why these people were treating you the way you are. So this person, she does creative stuff with plants. I've never known that plants was something that you can use as art, and I understood. That's my dog. My dog is complaining. If you want to meet my dog first, hold on. This is Chanel. Her hair. I keep fixing her hair, and she keeps taking it out. She has pigtails, and she keeps messing it up, and she can't see. So yeah, this is Chanel. She's a little brat. We also have Rocco. This is Rocco. Rocco is so cute. All right. Okay, so anyways, getting back to the story. So this person's creative outlet was doing plants. She would put them in pots and make them all beautiful and everything. Yeah, it was nice, but she kept texting it to me. She kept texting it, and my phone was blowing up, and I didn't have any space, and because I blocked her on my messages, she sent it to my WhatsApp, and I couldn't open my WhatsApp because it was filled with all the photos that she sent me, and it was taking up so much space. So I had to block her on that. Another thing she did was she was inviting me to New York City to stay with this ex-narcissist on her birthday. And let me tell you, I only know this girl for 2 days. I saw her 2 days in person. And the last thing she said was, hey, I'm planning to fly out of ORD. ORD is O'Hare Airport, which is the airport here in Chicago, at 5 p.m. Do you want to go? I think I'll go either way, just debating whether to fly back. I did not want to go. I did not want to answer this person. And she was like, and my psycho friend confirmed I could stay at his place. Why would I want to stay at a psycho person's place? That's just insane. There's another thing that she did. Let's see, what else? Because she wasn't able to contact me, she added my cousin on Facebook to get a hold of me. You just met my cousin for the 1 day, and you add her to get a hold of me. Now, to get to this point is, I'm not answering you on anything. Why do you try to reach out to other people? Makes no sense at all. One big mistake that I did was she wanted to carpool. All right, so my cousin has a coffee shop in Chicago, and I said I was going there the next day. She wanted to come with me, and I told her I was going to go to the coffee shop early in the morning, and she said that she was going to drive us. So I was like, okay, I'll meet you tomorrow at this time. I'm leaving at this time. So she did not come at the time that we were supposed to leave. She came later in the afternoon. And She didn't read. Yeah, so I said I was going to leave around like 9 something in the morning. She didn't arrive at my house until 3 p.m. with all her plants. Why are you bringing your plants? She took all her time to put her plants in pots and stuff and get it ready. And that was just insane. Like, why do you need to bring that? Who does that? So she came at 3 p.m. and at my house we drove to my cousin's house, or my cousin's place in the city. Once we arrived at my cousin's house, we talked like an hour before getting out of the car. It's like, why are you wasting all this time? So, yeah, that's insane. And she also brought her dog, which we couldn't go anywhere because she brought her dog. We were supposed to go to this Chinese lights in the city. And my cousin's like, well, you can leave your dog here and then we can go. But she said that she didn't want to leave her dog in the house. So what I told her was I didn't want her to like stay anywhere on her own. And I should have, but I was being really nice. And we ended up going to eat somewhere while my cousin and her husband they went to the Chinese lights, which I wanted to go see. Not that I didn't see, I went there before, but I didn't visit it in Chicago. So yeah, that's what happened. And she couldn't get a hold of me. Oh my gosh. This little girl is a little brat. She couldn't get a hold of me after a while. Well, anyways, let's getting back to the story. We didn't go anywhere that night. We ended up just staying at a restaurant, eating. And then from the restaurant, we went back to my place. And I was like, well, it's going to take you, she lives an hour away from my house. And she drove an hour to the city. And I was like, well, you can just stay over. And she said, oh, no, I'm not going to sleep over your house. But she ended up overstaying at my place till the next day. And it was Easter Sunday. And it was like, why are you not going home? Go home. That just was over the top for me. I'm a really patient person when it comes to things, but knowing her, she freaked me out. So I stopped talking to her. We only met twice, and she became a clingy, needy person who is, I've met this person twice, and this person was really clingy. It was crazy. And the fact that she came, I think it was a week ago, she came to my place to try to get a hold of me. That freaked me out. I thought I got rid of this person who I haven't spoken to within a year. Yeah. So what else did she do? Before I blocked her, she couldn't get a hold of me, so she posted on my wall for another attempt to try to reach me. I mean, if I'm not answering you on anything, don't you understand? I don't want to speak to you. It's not cool. It's not cool. And especially that you came over to my house. That is not cool. That is not cool at all. Don't ever do that again if you're watching, because I'm pretty sure I can't block you on my YouTube channel. What else did this person do? Uh, what else? Well, my cousin was trying to tell her, hey, kind of like telling her not that that I didn't want to speak to her. So what did she do? She Facebook friends her husband, and she's like, "Don't tell Dawn, don't tell Cheryl." But why is she not contacting me? And it's like, why wouldn't he tell me? When I saw that message, I was like, really? That's insane. That is crazy to have a stalker like that. If you keep doing that, I'm going to have to get a restraining order. Really, do not come to my house ever again. Don't ever do that again. That is so creepy. What else did she do? She invited herself to things I already had planned with someone else, and she didn't ask if she could come. She would just assume that she could come. And it's like, before you go, you would have to wait for the person to invite you. I did not invite you, so you should not invite yourself. That is so crazy. What else did she do? I said I wanted to do YouTube channel, and I was like, oh yeah, well, maybe you and I can collab. And she thought when collabing that I would be filming just her. I don't know why she would think that any YouTube video that I would do is just about her. She thought she was a star, and she had goals. She had goals, but it was too high, too fast, and kind of unrealistic. One of her goals is she planned on starting a plant photography video company, which two of them she didn't know anything about. And she expected me to be a part of it, but she hasn't asked me. She just assumed that I would be a part of it. And she was very pushy person. And this creepy thing, she told me several times that she missed me. And it's like, we met 2 times. I don't know you. Yeah, so I wrote like 3 pages of why I don't speak to her. And if you're out there watching, yeah, I don't want you in my life. That is why I'm not talking to you. That is why I blocked you on every single one of my social medias. Do not call me and do not come to my house. Don't do it again. I don't want you in my life ever. So, yeah, basically, that is my story about a crazy stalker. One of my crazy stalkers. I don't know why I always get stupid stalkers, but Charlotte, you know who you are. Don't text me. Don't do anything. I'm done. So, yeah, that's about it. That's my story. And Chanel is a mess. Look at this little girl. She's a brat. All right. Yeah. What else did... Oh, there was one more thing that she did. There was a plant that she saw that was dying, and she wanted to put it in a different pot because she couldn't handle it. And it's like, just leave it alone. It's not yours to touch. Don't touch anything if nobody wants you to touch it. I don't know you that well. Big mistake for me having her come over to the house. I was worried that she would come back to my place again after I haven't spoken to her. But I didn't think that she would do that 1 year later. And wow, isn't that insane? 1 year later, you don't do that. Don't ever do that. So, yeah, that's my story about the stalker. One of the crazy stalkers that I have to deal with, that I dealt with, and I hope that this is the last of it. So, yeah, that is my story. Thanks for watching. Bye.